Hi, Robin. Can you hear me okay? Let me know when you've got your
Can
stuff
you hear me?
open. Yeah, now I can hear you perfect. Great.
Sorry, I've been traveling for a bit.
Oh, that's all right. I know the summers get, just different. Like, I always think I'll have more time, and then I'm like, whoa, time has flown by, and summer was super busy. So I'm glad that your
I
travels
do
have been
have
safe and good.
have how have you been? That
I've been
one.
good. How have you
No, sorry,
been?
the
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 phrase.
phrase
Mm-hmm.
between the have and the been is a
Yes.
little so I was just wondering how do the lips and mouth transform
Yes.
specifically for the last two words?
Good question. Yes. Absolutely. That definitely is a tricky phrase. So I noticed you did a really nice H on both how and have. I think part of why going into the U is tricky is because you have the V, and then we have a word that starts in a vowel sound, you. And also that whole word is just gliding, changing vowel shapes. And then Ben is going to be a very different vowel shape from you, ooh, to ben. So the lip shape has to change very rapidly as well as the tongue. So you, we end up very rounded and protruded, and then we have ben, and we have to push those lips together and then pop them open. So both the tongue movement and the lip shape make that a little bit tricky.
Been. Got it. How have you been?
Yeah.
How have you been? Have you been?
Yeah. That is a little bit tricky. It seems simple, but there's a reason people like to say how have you been, right? Instead of how have you been. It's a bit simpler. It glides through more easily. How have you been? How have you been? And it's a phrase that we say so often that it kind of just people throw it away because they go, they know what I'm saying, right? So we usually, if you're listening to people in everyday casual speech, don't say every word clearly in conversational English that you would just hear on the street. Especially function words like have and you, we just kind of throw them away. So for native speakers, they'll say it more quickly with linked sounds and it's very fast and fluid. So it can be harder to understand and it also can be harder to say yourself. But yes, if you have a clear how have you been, the ow in how, we round the lips there. We're changing the mouth shapes all through here. Have. We're going to have that clear, the breath has to work on that H. Ah, ah is a more spread, bright vowel. And then that V, right, is a sound that we have worked on a lot because it's a trickier one with that teeth and lip connection, top teeth, bottom lip connection, and then you, we start from that more widespread shape and forward tongue position, you, and then we draw the corners of the lips in and round and protrude, you, and then for Ben, we're going to bring those lips together, and pop them open for a stop plosive. Ben, ben. And then
Eh,
we have a shorter vowel that closes to the N pretty quickly. How have you been? Or how have you been? Right? So
Have you?
Right.
Have you been?
Preferably in a more formal setting, we will say each word and say them clearly, but I still think it's a phrase that we
Have,
want to say more quickly. How have you been?
how
How
have
have
you
you
been?
been? Try
How,
accenting different words as well. How have you been? Right?
how
Maybe
have
they
you
asked
been?
you first. How have you been? Right? So you can accent different words as well, play with that a bit. When it's a more natural conversational version, you can do the conjunction with how and have. How've you been? How've.
How have you been?
Do you think how have you been or how have you been are easier for you? How've.
How have you been? How have you been is better.
Yeah, right. So we in conversational English like to glide through. We'll do don't, can't, have, right? But I can see how have is a bit trickier because we go ow and we have that rounded lip shape, ow, and then we have to go to v pretty quickly. We change the lip and teeth placement very quickly. How have gives you a chance to kind of move through each sound more easily and separate the ow and the v. They have a little space between them. So then probably sticking with how have you been? And if you just say it quickly, then it will still sound conversational. And I think too, depending on where you're at and the type of people that you're around, you could say, how have you been conversationally as well. And it just kind of depends on like the region they're from and whatnot. If you're in the deep south, it'll be a, how have you been? So they might even do even more of a, how have you been? How have you been? You might hear been instead of been. But I feel like in cities, you're going to hear more of that. How have you been? Or how have you
Right.
been? How have you been? Right? So you'll hear more of that in a city context. But if it's a more rural area, you'll hear more the how have you been?
Perfect.
Yeah. So then, if you want to break it down even more for how, keep your tongue low for the vowel and then move toward a back high position. Ow, ow. And you're going to round the lips at the end. Can we try just that? Um, so when
Ow.
we have a lot of those diphthongs is what they're called in English, where we have one vowel sound that glides into another. Ow, ow.
Ow.
So it's interesting because the
Ow.
tongue position is more forward at the beginning, but you feel the corners of your mouth are more back, right? And then for ooh, we swap. The tongue is more lifted in the back and the corners of the mouth come forward. Ow. So it kind of like swaps position. How.
Ow.
How. Mhm.
How.
Yes. Yes. And then in have, we are going to usually unstress or de-stress the have. So it's uh, um, a soft, fast sound. Even the V is going to be a little bit shorter. And that's going to be a little bit trickier because we have worked so much on the V and you focus on it so much. Have, have, have. We say
Have.
that word very quickly. Have, have, have.
Have.
The H
Have.
is short. Av is also short. The A is the longest part, and the V is very short. Just kind of tap it. Have.
Have.
How have.
Have. How have.
Yes, good. And then
Oh,
you start
you.
with that yeah, yeah. We
Yeah.
glide with
You.
that tongue up and forward, just like in
You.
yes. And then that schwa is our neutral vowel at the end. It's very relaxed and centered. So it'll end kind of in a mid placement where the tongue is lifted in the center of the mouth. You, you,
You.
and you have this like
You.
at the end that you end on. How have you?
How have you?
So it's like you have an E, oo, and an at the end. So like three vowel sounds make the word. Then we have for Ben, you're going to press those lips together for the B, and pop them open. Tongue
Ben.
is high in
How have
front
you?
for the vowel. And then we have
How
just
have
a really quick nasal at the end. So tongue tip goes up to that ridge, the alveolar ridge right behind those top front teeth. N.
how have you been?
Ben, Ben,
Have
Ben.
you been?
Close really quickly to that N. How have you been?
How have you been?
Yeah, do you feel how right now it's not quite as flowing or fast as we eventually want that to go?
Got it.
How have you been? You can take a little more
How
time on
have
the
you been?
how. That'll make it a little easier. How have you
How
been?
how have you been?
How have you been?
How have you been?
There we go. Yes. Good. Yes. Usually you'll hear an elongation on how. How have you been?
How have you been?
Good. And to practice it, try how. You can pause there. Have you as one soft blob,
Have
and then been clear but
have you
short.
been?
How have you been?
How have you been?
Yes, good. And if you think
How
of like a
have
rhythm, think of it as strong, light, light. Da, da, da. How have you been? How have you
how
been?
have you been?
And that have
How
you
have
are
you
kind of
been?
like the same. Yeah, the same beat. How have you been?
How have you been?
Yeah, exactly. Good. Nice. Yeah. So keep practicing that. Does that help break that down?
Yes, it does. Thank you so
Great.
much.
Yeah, slowing it down, breaking it down into smaller pieces, and then linking them back together and then speeding it up can be really helpful. So, really nice work there. Good. Awesome. Okay. So, with that in mind, I'd love to work with like that ow, some of those diphthongs. Also, because we had the front to back changes of the vowel shape where it's very forward and rounded, and then it's um, lip shapes, and then more widespread lip shape, and the tongue was more forward and bright, and then back and warm sounding. So I'd love to play with some of those diphthongs that are going to be changing all the time. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to try some different diphthongs as well. We'll mix in some different ones. So, when you think of a diphthong, it's a vowel glide. Your tongue, your lips, or your jaw move during the sound. So, like your
I,
eyeball. Ah, and then it
I,
glides to E, right? I. So that's just one example. We have 8 very common English diphthongs in General American English, and I is one of those. So let's try saying
my,
time,
time,
like.
like,
Good. And then we have a, like in day.
a,
hmm
day,
Yes. Face,
face,
late,
late,
say.
say,
hmm Another that we have is oi. So you have that o to
oi,
e. Oi, boy,
oi, boy,
toy,
toy,
voice,
voice,
noise.
noise,
hmm We also have ow.
ow, how,
Yes, that's the one. How? Yes, or ouch.
brow, ouch,
Now,
now,
out,
out,
loud.
loud,
hmm Also, usually we think of this as one sound, but in general American English, we tend to make it two sounds. Oh, like go to the store.
oh,
Oh, oh,
oh,
go.
go,
Mm-hmm. No.
No.
Boat.
Boat.
Home.
Home.
Yep. And then we have with that y sound at the beginning, you.
You.
Yep. Use.
Use.
Beauty.
Beauty.
Yeah, that one I think is a little tricky. Beauty.
Beauty.
Yeah, with that stop plosive B beforehand. Music.
Music.
Yes, good. And then I feel like, think of E, same way, but we have ear,
Ear.
idea,
Idea.
hear,
Hear.
fear,
Fear.
clear.
Clear.
Yes, good. And then we have like in cure,
Pure.
pure,
Peer.
endure.
Endure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you see how sometimes we glide into our colored vowels, like ear, right? So we usually focus more on the first six that we went through because the last couple get muddied by that R. So let's try just a nice slow glide just on those main diphthongs. So let's do A
A.
and then I.
I.
Say.
Say.
Cry.
Cry.
Own.
Oh.
Go.
Go.
Ow.
Ow.
Now.
Now.
Boy.
Boy.
Yes, good. All right, so let's do some short two-word phrases that incorporate some diphthongs. So first, let's work on the I. So my time.
My time.
Good. Bright light.
Bright light.
Good. High five.
I. Five.
Nice. Nice try.
Nice try.
White sky.
White sky.
Nice. Then we're going to try day.
Day.
Play safe.
Play safe.
Great way.
Great way.
Stay late.
Stay late.
Make change.
Make change.
Same face.
Same face.
Then go.
Go.
Go home.
Go home.
No show.
No show.
Slow road.
Slow road.
Don't know.
Don't know.
Low tone.
Low tone.
Good. Then Ow, as in now.
Ow. Now.
Good. Loud sound.
Loud sound.
Brown cow.
Brown cow.
Downtown.
Downtown.
Shout out.
Shout out.
hmm How about?
How about?
Good. And then oi, boy.
Boy. Boy.
Good. Toy box.
Toy box.
Loud voice.
Loud voice.
Coy smile.
Coy smile.
Enjoy noise.
Enjoy noise.
hmm Boiling point.
Boiling point.
Good. And then we're going to work on the you.
You.
hmm New tune.
Moo tune. What does that mean?
New with an N.
Oh,
New
new
tune. Yeah, the
tune.
M and the N sound really similar. That makes sense that you might hear that. Yeah, so then few uses.
Few uses.
Huge unit.
Huge unit.
hmm Cute unicorn.
Cute unicorn.
Music student.
Music student.
Yes, very good. Excellent. All right. So, how are those feeling?
Pretty good, you know, like what I'm trying to do now, because the D's and the T's are in a better spot, or at
For
least I'm
sure.
well aware of them,
Yes.
is opening my mouth out for the vowels,
Yes.
which seems to be something that I'm noticing most native speakers do.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Good, really good self awareness then, and also observation of other people. I love that. So, the listening and watching, seeing what they're doing is working well for you. I love that. I was thinking I'd like to work a little bit on some of the more rounded lip shapes again, kind of revisiting
Okay,
that, playing with back vowels, diphthongs, the W with the
perfect.
protruding and puckering of the lips. So words like goose, right? Where we have to round that goose.
Got it. Can we do it on Thursday? I do have a hard
Yeah.
stop at 9.
Oh, no
All right.
problem. Absolutely. Yeah. So I'll plan to
All
work
right.
on those with you on Thursday. Awesome work today.
Perfect.
All
Thank
right. I'll
you.
see you then. Bye,
See you
Robin.
then.
Have a good one.